They would have to know because we remind them every single time they go away to one of those Big Six rivals. Tim, how well deserved was that for Arsenal today?
It was massive because before the game, Mikel's talking about managing players. But not only is he doing that, he's managing the game. The way he dictated the play, he forced Man United into mistakes. Arsenal, the whole game, were on the front foot. They were disciplined, even in the second half when Man United started to pick up a bit of wind. But I'm really impressed because in the position that he's in, he was under a bit of pressure and he answered his critics tonight. And I know it's a massive win, but I thought overall game management was superb.
Were you surprised how really they forced Manchester United to be second best right from the start here, Jamie?
They were so well organised. I think if you looked at the two teams, how they both set up, you had an understanding of what Arsenal were trying to do. It was almost as if with United, they were sort of shoehorning players in to try and get a system, to try and get your big names into the team, which doesn't always work. And they had an energy, desire about them to get the ball back. And they were just better in every single department. I think at the back, Gabriel was magnificent. Partey was the best player on the pitch, and it looks like an incredible signing for them. So I think from that point of view, I think what Mikel Arteta is doing is so good, and they were just a far better side tonight.
Roy, what's your overriding feeling on Manchester United, having watched that?
Where do you want me to start? You know, we spoke before the game about this saying, but being on the front foot, you want to be aggressive. You're the home team. The home form's been poor, obviously, and there were none of those things. And on top of all the kind of lack of energy, enthusiasm, real lack of quality. Not really concerned me in the second half. You know, and they were getting half-decent positions. They're obviously chasing the match, but no quality, no composure. Some of the performances really, really poor. You know, Ollie, once again, he'd be scratching his head. We keep talking about, you know, after the Spurs game, the last few weeks, have they turned the corner? You know, it's the longest corner ever. You know, I'm just not convinced with these players. I go back to it. We always talk about characters, Manchester United. I just don't see enough of them today. I looked at Rashford closely today. He's had a load of plaudits over the last few months. I know he's still a young man, but his body language today was shocking, really shocking. You know, shrugging his shoulders when things weren't going his way. You roll your sleeves up in Man United. Things aren't going your way, and that's where you look at your leaders, your character. And I was going to say I don't see enough of them. I don't see any leaders out there, right through the whole team, from the experienced players. Really worry for United now. I think the last, I suppose, year and a half, you were saying, listen, we give them the benefit of the doubt, recruitment, blah, blah, blah. What's happening upstairs, there's problems. But what I saw today, you go back to the home games, even against Palace, Brighton away, Spurs at home, even Chelsea. Real lack of quality in Manchester United, and long way back for this club.
But Tim and Jamie have spoken about the tactical plan, which Arsenal got so right, which suggests that maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got that wrong.
Well, everyone talks about tactics after the game when you think, obviously, they've got it right. They got it right because they got the result, and United gave a sloppy penalty away. But United have faced teams like that for the last 20, 30 years here, where they sit back in. And we said before the game that Arsenal have enough attacking players to cause problems, because United have obviously struggled at home. But you're playing at Manchester United because you're expected to break these teams down. You're expected to run back. You're expected to roll your sleeves up. That's what characters at Manchester United are about. We spoke before the game about Nobby Styles, 5'6", heart of a lion. I don't see it out there. I don't see men out there. I don't see guys you want to be in the trenches with, guys you trust. Ollie's. I always look at Ollie in management. You have to trust your players. Your job depends on these guys out on the pitch. You have to trust them lads out there. God help us.